If you're a homeowner in the greater Edmonton area or thinking of becoming one, listen up. Let's chat about what happened in the greater Edmonton area real estate market for December 2023. It was busier than normal, that's for sure. And I credit the unseasonably warm weather and brown Christmas we had for that. Watch to the end of this video and I'll give you some hidden nuggets about how the current market could affect your real estate goals, whether you're a buyer or a seller. In December, we saw that typical further decrease in activity. However, it actually wasn't as much of a decrease as we'd usually see. There was still some action in December actually in terms of numbers, and we were up 25% in sales as compared to December of last year. Our market typically slows down quite a bit over the holidays and during the winter, so this was really great to see. In December, there were also fewer listings to hit the market as well, and this was the same for December 2023. Although we were busier overall when comparing 2023 and 2022, it wasn't enough year to date to outdo 2022's overall numbers. But that being said, we were only down 8% year to date when we're comparing the 2 years. In 2023, the real estate market was much more balanced and steady overall compared to the previous year. And just to remind you, in 2022, we had an absolute frenzy of real estate madness until about June. And then when the interest rates were hiked, it came to an almost standstill. So most of the business that year was done in the first half. The third and fourth quarters of 2022 were kind of a tumbleweed situation. Total sales in the greater Edmonton area were down 24.4% month over month, but up 25.3% as I mentioned year to date. We only had 1,497 active listings, which is very few, and listings dropped over 28% month over month. A lot of sellers take their properties off the market during the holiday season, so this makes a lot of sense. That being said, year-to-date listings were up by a whopping 27%. December is typically a time to relax and recalibrate, but in my own business personally, I actually never stopped working. I worked straight through the holidays, so I personally felt this increase of activity firsthand. December saw 3.8 months of inventory, which dictates a balanced market, meaning supply and demand are very even right now. The average price for a home in the greater Edmonton area right now is $389,000, whereas in November it was at $381,000 when you factor in residential sales of all housing types. Breaking it down by housing category, detached homes sold for an average of $489,000. Duplexes were $364 and townhouses were $261. Stay tuned as we move into the busy spring market and you'll watch these average prices creep back up again as the demand increases. Listings were sitting on the market longer in December. It was taking about 58 days for a property to sell on average. So homes were selling a lot slower than they did in November, which saw a 46-day average, which is a 12-day difference. So for you sellers, now is a fantastic time to list your property. Inventory is way down and the pickings are slim, which means competition is low. If you're thinking of selling this year, now is the time to also start the preparations like decluttering and picking away at necessary repairs, painting and staging, so you can hit the ground running and take advantage of the busy spring market to come. As everyone knows, Alberta has been seeing population increases. Calgary's been booming more than any other area, but now that Calgary is getting to be so expensive, Canadians are setting their sights on the greater Edmonton area as it's becoming that hot spot for affordable housing while not sacrificing on really great amenities. With the predictions that the Bank of Canada will be reducing interest rates as well in the new year, I have a feeling that 2024 is going to be another busy one. I've already helped 3 buyers move to the area in the last month, and there will be more to come for sure. As for the very near future, the market is still balanced and the buyer pool is fairly small. So if you're thinking of buying a new home, it's worth it to brave the cold, get out there, boots on the ground, and get there early to beat the crowd. At the end of the day, your situation is completely unique to you, whether you're buying or selling. I would love to give you a personalized analysis of your property value and how the market could directly affect you. Or if you're thinking of buying and you want to know more about any hidden opportunities waiting for you, you can contact me to set up a meeting. My contact details are below. See you next month.